Here I'm presenting a permeability tester, 3-axis permeability tester from AHP Plastik Makina that is used for testing geotextiles and geosynthetic products. The test setup includes the main unit and also the test cell. I will show at the end of the video how to prepare the sample, but as a brief, it includes a porous stone, filter paper. Then in the middle of two porous stone and filter papers you will put the sample here, geosynthetic sample here. You have a polycarbonate sheet and the bottom side and the top side of the sample assembly. Then you will put this prepared test setup inside the test cell. Test cell includes the main cell includes some valves. You see here, two first valve is going to lower cap, the inlet to the lower cap, and the other one is the outlet for the lower cap that is used for draining the lower section of the sample assembly. And the other two is for the first one is going to top cap, and the other one is for draining the top cap. This is the outlet to the top cap, these two hoses. And in at the top side you will have a valve for air release, for de-airing, and also for pressurizing the sample cell. And here you have an inlet for water. For filling the sample, you will use this output. These fittings are normally closed fittings. Whenever you disconnect the hose, the connection will be closed. And as I said, these fittings are normally closed. The lower section is used for filling the sample, for filling the chambers, for filling the burette, and for each measurement cell you see that there is a burette and a pipette, and also a chamber that is a cell, that is a reservoir. For each here you have the outlet, a water outlet that is going to the sample cell. First of all, you need to fill the sample cell. I'm turning this valve to fill. The water inlet will be connected to the cell, and now you see that it is just being filled with water. And also the top valve is open for de-airing, while the filling of the test cell, it should be de-aired, and this is for filling. After filling the test cell, we will fill the reservoir, the storage for the cell here by turning this valve. Yeah, you see when I'm turning this valve, the middle reservoir, the middle cell is being filled with water. Yeah, I'm filling it up to the middle, and that will be enough. Now you see the cell storage being filled up to the middle, and now I'm going to fill the storage for the lower cap and the top cap. You see, this is for lower cap. You need to open the fill valve. Also open the fill valve for the top cap. Here I'm opening the fill and storage. Yeah, you see the lower cap side, the cell being filled with water. I'm doing the same for the right cell, the right storage, that is for top cap. I'm turning the valve to fill. Also this one to storage, and this one started filling. You see, in each of these two flow measurement devices, you see there is one burette and one pipette. This pipette is used for catching the minimum resolution of the standard, that is 0.01 milliliter, and the burette in the left side is with the resolution of 0.1 milliliter. And you have full control of filling and using each of these flow measurement devices during test. It depends on the sample permeability. Yeah, up to the middle is enough again. Yeah, here, the left one, I'm making it off, stopped. And this one as well. That is enough. I'm just turning this valve to off, stopped filling. Now I'm filling pipette for the lower cap. Yeah, that is filled. Now I'm filling the burette, you see. Yes, also up to middle is enough. The same for the right one, filled, and also the burette for the top cap. Being filled. Yeah, that's enough. Also, you see here the test cell being filled completely. Now I'm applying the pressure, turning the inlet valve off. Yeah, after test cell being filled, yeah, make it off. When you want to fill the sample, the test cell, this hose need to be connected to this valve. And after being filled, just close this valve and connect the line to the test cell. Now I'm going to fill the lower cap. Yeah, I'm opening both the lower cap inlet and drain. Yes, if you see here, after being filled, the lower section of the sample assembly, after being filled with water, yeah, you can close it. You can close the drain. You do the same for the top cap. This one is for top cap, and this is drain for top cap. This is also filled with water. Now I'm closing the drain. Also close these two valves. Yes. Now I'm going to adjust the differential pressure. The differential pressure will be adjusted using this regulator, that is differential pressure regulator. This will adjust the pressure value that is needed to be higher than the pressure inside the test assembly for lower cap and top cap. It means that, for example, suppose that you want to apply 75 psi to the lower cap and top cap. The chamber pressure, the cell pressure inside, the pressure inside the cell need to be 5 psi more than the pressure in the lower cap and top cap. And that 5 psi pressure will be adjusted using this regulator. First of all, I'm going to adjust this pressure. I'm making it off. Yeah, these two valves for each of the cell lower cap and top cap. These two valves is used for application of pressure to the top section of these three chambers. I mean, these valves controlling the top section of this reservoir for the cell, for the cell that is middle, for the lower cap that is left, for the top cap that is right. Yeah. When I'm putting this valve on vent, the cell reservoir, the cell chamber in upper section connected to the vent. For filling the cell reservoir, you need to put this valve to vent. Yeah, the upper section of these chambers will connect it to vent using these valves. Whenever you want to apply pressure, you will turn this valve to lower part, to lower direction, to bottom direction, and also turn this valve to pressure. This will apply the adjusted pressure here using this regulator to the cell. Yeah, when you turn it off, it is off, and also you can connect it to vacuum. Yeah, now all is in off, and also this one, I turn it to the bottom direction, and I just want to adjust the pressure for differential regulator. You need to connect this regulator pressure to the indicator and turn the regulator to right. Yeah, adjusting the pressure to 5 psi. Yeah, this is 5 psi for difference pressure. This value is the pressure that will be higher than the pressure for lower cap and top cap inside the test cell, inside the sample cell here. It means that the pressure inside the sample cell will be 5 psi higher than the lower cap and top cap. Yeah. Then you can make it off. Now the regulator adjusted. And if you want to apply this pressure to the cell, you can easily turn this valve to down to bottom direction, and turn this valve to pressure side. And now the 5 psi applied to the test cell. Yeah. Also you need to make this valve to storage. Now the pressure applied. The 5 psi applied to the test cell. The next step will be the adjusting the pressure inside the lower cap and top cap for the saturation period. Now you need to turn this valve to cell bias. It means that whenever you want to adjust the lower cap pressure, the cell pressure will be automatically adjusted 5 psi higher than the pressure that you are regulating using this regulator. Yeah. Now I'm turning this valve to cell bias, also this valve to breach. Yeah. It means that any pressure you adjust using this regulator, middle regulator, will be applied to the lower cap and top cap. Turn these two valves to bottom direction, and these valves make these valves off. Yeah, both need to be off. And make breach on, and also cell bias on. I'm going to adjust the pressure for this regulator, that is 75 psi. Yeah, that's all. The middle regulator adjusted to 75 psi. It means that you have applied automatically 80 psi to the test cell using this differential regulator. Yeah. Just drain this pressure on the sensor and make it off. Now check the pressure in the cell, and that is about 80 psi. Yeah. anytime you want to disconnect this cell or lower cap or top cap from the screen, you need to release the pressure and then make it off. And the pressure in the middle regulator is 75 psi. Just release the pressure and make it off. Yeah. Now I'm turning these two valves to storage. Yes, and apply the pressure to both the lower cap and top cap. The 75 psi will be applied using this valve. Now the 75 psi applied to both of these lower and top cap using this regulator. You adjust 75 psi using this regulator, and because of the bridge is on, you can apply the pressure to both sides using this valve only. Yeah, that's all. These two valves need to be in storage to apply the pressure to the cells, to chambers, to reservoirs. Yeah. This is for saturation period. For saturation period, we adjusted 75 psi for both lower cap and top cap using bridge, and applying the pressure using this valve, and these two valves need to be storage, and the pressure now applying to the lower and top cap, that is 75 psi. This is 75 psi. And for the test cell, the pressure is about 80 psi, something about 5 psi more than the pressure inside the lower and top cap. This is for saturation period. Now you need to wait for 24 hours at least for the sample assembly to be saturated. And after that period, you need to drive the test sample. For driving the test sample, you need to have a pressure difference between lower cap and top cap. You will apply higher pressure to the lower cap. It means that you need to adjust 5 psi in the lower cap more than top cap. Yeah, you will drive the sample piece from the bottom side to the top side. Yeah. Now what you need to do is adjusting the pressure for the top cap to 75 psi. Yes, and you need to increase, you need to make the bridge off, you need to increase the pressure for the middle one, that is lower cap, and at the same time the pressure will be added for 5 psi, that is the pressure will be applied to the cell. Yeah. Now the bridge is off. I'm adjusting the let the air at first. Yes. Now I'm going to apply 80 psi. Yeah, for the lower cap. That's all. This means that the cell bias is on. This means that you have 80 psi in the lower cap, 85 psi inside the cell, and also you have 75 psi in the top cap. The 5 psi is enough for driving the test, the test assembly. Now I'm applying the pressure for the top cap. Yeah, when I open this pressure, you have 5 pressure. The pressure in the lower cap is 5 psi more than the top cap, and that is enough for driving the test assembly. The storage is on, Pipette burette is off. Storage here is also on, because we want to exert pressure. These valves are on pressure. You have separate pressures on 3 columns, and these valves need to be in this direction, that is showing the pressure. The bridge is off for drive period, driving the test assembly, and the cell bias is also on. That's all. You need to wait for the time defining your standard and the check in a specific intervals. You need to check the water that is flooded from one side to the other side of the test assembly. That is the value of the flow that is passed from the sample, that it is geosynthetic or geotextile. Yeah, this is a brief presentation of the 3-axis permeability test from AHP Plastik Makina. Thank you.